So it's like 86 degrees in LA right now, but it's also September, so I refuse to acknowledge the temperature. So let's just pretend that it's like 50 degrees and I'm freezing. Okay. Hello world, this is SPP, better known as Southern Potions Princess, and we need to talk about depression. So, a couple of days ago, a YouTuber that I really admire and respect and look up to and just generally fangirl over, Jacksepticeye, posted another one of his reading your comments videos. And in it, he got an ask about depression. And he mentioned that he isn't really equipped to answer questions about depression because he's never experienced it, he doesn't know how it is, and so he doesn't necessarily feel comfortable in talking about it, or that was the gist of it. But saying that I have a new YouTube channel, I figured that I'll talk about it. I'll talk about what gets me through my depression. I'll talk about, what helps me cope. And hopefully I'll be able to help you guys. So a little background on me. I've had depression for about, how many years now? 7 years now. So I've had depression for about 7 years now. It comes and goes as depression does. It comes back and then it goes away, and then it comes back and then it goes away. It's like the most annoying yo-yo Ferris wheel that you could ever imagine. I've been clean for 2 years for self-harm. It'll be 2 years on October 12th, and I'm really proud of that. I also have anxiety disorder. Why did I tell you all of that? Why did I tell you that I've been depressed for 7 years? That I haven't self-harmed for 2 years and that I have anxiety? Because that way, hopefully you'll believe me. Hopefully you'll take to heart what I say. So Jack mentioned in his video, and I'll link it down in the description, probably with the timestamp that he talks about it too. His advice was twofold: that one, take it day by day, and two, know that others care about you. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. But that's not it. So my advice is threefold. Find 3 things, or at least fulfill 3 criteria. Something you care about more than yourself, something that gives you comfort, and something that actively makes you glad that you're alive. And those 3 things can be all encompassed in one thing, but they can also be different things. So number 1, find something that you care about more than yourself. Find something that you love doing, that even on your worst days, if you can, you would still do. Honestly, as long as you're not, murdering people. Please don't murder people to get rid of your depression. That's bad. It's very bad. But find something that you love. Rereading a Harry Potter book, like me. Whether it's designing new tattoos, whether it's drawing, whether it's sketching, whether it's watching Jack's videos or watching Mark's videos, find something that you love that can take your mind off of it. That can, just stop everything that's going on in your mind right now. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that depression isn't, oh, I'm sad. It's a multitude of different thoughts. It's not just, oh, I'm sad. It's that I'm worthless. It's that my life doesn't matter. It's that my life has no meaning. It's so many more things more than anyone could ever vocalize. It's so much more than, just feeling sad or lying in bed all day. Just because that's what you see, just because that's what you observe, doesn't mean that that's all that's going on. And then, secondly, find something that gives you comfort. For me, it's doing this. It's doing YouTube. It's having a line to you guys, having a responsibility to you guys. And don't get me wrong, I love doing this. This is amazing and wonderful, and I can't believe I'm already at 36 subscribers. A classroom full of people are like, hey, you know what? I like this person. And I don't know. That's incredible to me. YouTube for me, as well as also I play my flute. Sometimes I write fan fiction. Just anything that brings me comfort, especially if it's something that has an end product that you could be proud of, with playing a flute, maybe mastering a new song. I just recently mastered Let It Go on the flute, and I'm so proud of myself. Sometimes it's as simple as, reading a book, or whether it's, like I said, this can all have the same thing. If watching Mark's videos, or watching Jack's videos, or even watching PewDiePie's videos give you a sense that, you're happy and you're content and you can, continue on another day, then do that. But find something that brings you comfort and just, lets you relax and lets you just kind of continue on. And find something that makes you glad you're alive. And for me personally, these are my friends. I have a lot of friends who go through a lot of things, who are dealing with chronic illness, who are dealing with depression, who are dealing with horrible parents, who are dealing with all of that plus more. And, being there for them and talking to them and, being a safe place for them is one of the few things that even on my worst days makes me glad I'm alive, makes me glad that I can be there for them, makes me glad that I exist. When someone tells me that they think of me as a safe place, or that, they don't have anyone else that they could really talk to about these things besides me, it makes me happy. It makes me glad that people put worth in me, because I base a lot of my self-worth on what others think of me. And I know that's bad, and I know that's unhealthy, and I'm, trying to work through that because that has issues of its own. But my friends give me life. My friends give me meaning. And so through them, I found that, I can continue another day. I'll give you an example. Recently, I had a really bad day. A really bad day. So I messaged my best friend. My best friend, Heather, I absolutely live for her. I love her so much. And I was talking to her about everything that I was thinking, everything that I could verbalize, because I was thinking so many horrible thoughts about myself. She just went, Tori, I'm gonna have kids someday. And I want you to be there. I want you to be their awesome aunt that spoils them. I want you to be relevant in their lives and to teach them things that I never could, because you're wise in a lot of things that I'm not. And so you need to be there, because I'm counting on you and my future kids are counting on you. And honestly, even still, on my really bad days or on my really bad moments, that helps me, that I need to be there for her. Even if I don't believe in myself, even though I think on some days that I'm worthless and dumb and trash and all these different things, I believe in her. I believe in the fact that she's going to get married and she's going to have amazing kids, and I believe in the fact that she wants me there. And whether I deserve it isn't necessarily my judgment call to make, because if she thinks that I'm worthy to be there, worthy to be their favorite aunt, then I have a responsibility to her. Because even though I do feel worthless, even though I do feel like I'm nothing if I don't keep my word. And so I'll be there for her. And that's kind of my advice. Just find something that makes you care about living more than just yourself. Do not make it one person. Whatever you do, do not make your reason for living one single person. Don't do it. It's gonna end up horribly. So just don't do it. Don't make your life for one single person, but, a lot of people, your friends, your family, your dog. I guess you can make your world your dog if you want, but not another person, because then that gets into power imbalances, and I don't want any of you lovelies to go through that. So just, pick something that makes you care about being alive. Make sure it's not just one person, though. Make sure it's a lot of people. Make sure it's 10 people. Make sure it's YouTubers. Make sure it's Tumblr. Make sure it's something that you know that you care about and that you love. And make sure it's something that cares about you back. Let me tell you that you're great in so many ways that you don't know. You are amazing. You know something that no one else in the world knows. And it doesn't matter if you know that, there are 152 hairs in the average eyebrow, or whether it's something awesome and deep and philosophical. You know something, and something makes you unique. And even if it feels like no one in your life notices and appreciates you, someone will. And you just gotta hold out for those people, because I guarantee you there's someone who's going to love you. And it doesn't necessarily mean romantically. They don't have to love you romantically, but someone will love you, and someone will fall in love with the idea of you. And you just gotta hold out for that. And for everyone who's going through depression, I know how hard it gets. I know all of the dark places you let your mind wander. I know that you feel like a mistake, but you know what? Penicillin was a mistake. Potato chips were a mistake. Onion rings were a mistake. Chocolate chip cookies were a mistake. Chocolate chip cookies were a mistake. And so even if you are a mistake, even if you completely believe that you are a mistake, that doesn't mean that you're wrong. That doesn't mean that you're bad. That doesn't mean anything. All it means is that we're way more lucky to have you in this world. That's all it means. Okay? So that's all I have for this video. If you want to respond or suggest another video, let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave a like. Please consider sharing because, you know, it doesn't necessarily feel like people with depression have a lot of outlets, even though we do. I'll try to leave some links down in the description to places you can go or things you can do, just kind of to distract yourself. And check out my other videos, and maybe even consider subscribing. But that's all I have for this time. Until next time, to be honest, we're the realsies. Stay safe, y'all.